What's up, everybody? Welcome to Human Innovation Tarot. My name is Eddie with Imagine Life Development Center. Here to do a collective reading for my air signs out there. So if you're a Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, this reading may be for you. If you're new to my channel, I would greatly appreciate it if you click the like, share, and subscribe button. All the other information you need to know is in the description box below. And I also want to encourage you all to go check out a few other videos that I just posted recently. One would be the Mercury retrograde video. So technically, we'll still be in that energy until about the beginning of May. We've just entered into Taurus season, and I know that retrograde technically ends on the 25th of April, but energy is fluid, so it doesn't just end on a calendar day. So, you know, it kind of has what they call a shadow period or a fade out period. So I highly recommend checking out the retrograde video because what we don't understand about a lot of these things, because unfortunately the spiritual community doesn't explain it very well, is energy is not something that's just happening to you. We hear, you know, your typical cliche, generic things about, you know, things like Mercury retrograde or whatever the moon phase is, or we just had the eclipse, right? And you'll hear readers and, you know, other teachers talk about the energy that's affecting us and influencing us. And while that's true, that energy is there for you to use. So when we utilize that energy to get what we want, it's actually very empowering, as opposed to just being told what the energy is going to do to us, which is what most readers do. It's like, hey, this energy is going to do A, B, C, X, Y, Z. And we're like, oh, okay, so this is just what's going to happen. It's like, no, the energy is available to you for you to utilize, right? So it's like if I give you, if I come over to your house and I give you $1,000, I'm like, here's $1,000, you can do whatever you want with it. Well, that $1,000 doesn't decide what it's going to be used for. It doesn't just come to you and say, okay, here it is, there's $1,000, this is what you're going to be able to get with it. It's like, no, it's there for you to utilize, and you can utilize it or not utilize it, but it's yours to do what you want with. And so, my point in saying all that is go check out the retrograde video, because there's probably going to be something there, because it's not your typical retrograde video, and nor will be any other future videos. So last little bit on that, we'll jump into the reading, is I have posted a few other videos on my channel to help guide you guys on how to get the most out of tarot. You know, what is tarot? When should you get a reading? When shouldn't you get a reading? What you need to know about it, what you need to stop doing. Like there's just a lot of, you know, information that's just not helpful. You know, coming and watching tarot readings again and again and again and again and again, but your life never changes, you know, then you're kind of just wasting your time. Like tarot can be a very powerful tool if and when we allow ourselves to understand that it's there to guide us to our personal power. It's not there to tell us what's going to happen in life. It's not there to be a crutch. It's not there to, you know, for us to basically spiritually scapegoat or spiritually bypass, which basically means give our power away to this thing outside of ourselves. And anything you give your power away to outside of yourself is disempowering you. All right. So we want to be empowered. We want to take our power back. We are the creators. We are the quote unquote, the magicians, the magician card in tarot, like that. That's us. It's up to us to create what we want. And so that's what this channel is all about. I have been on hiatus for a little while. I explained that in my channel update video. My old channel got blown away last year during retrograde, ironically. And so, you know, that really to me was just because I think I wasn't staying true to myself, and, you know, creating a channel that was different and unique to what, you know, to why I wanted to start doing this to begin with, as opposed to just being another random tarot reader amongst the bajillion out there on YouTube that are all doing the same thing. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's no judgment there, but I'm not one of those people that would want you to just come here and watch a video, and then nothing in your life changes. I would want you to know what you need to do, what changes you need to make, so that you can get whatever it is that you're after in life and not have to watch tarot anymore, right? If you're looking for love, okay, let's do what we need to do to get love to come into our life. So you don't have to watch love readings anymore, right? If it's money, if it's success, whatever it is, let's find out what we need to change so we take our power back so we can get the things that we want, and we don't have to spend our time, watching tarot videos with our fingers crossed, hoping that one day something's going to change. So all those videos are there. I highly recommend watching those. They're very informative. I may create some more of those in the future as needed. So what we're going to look at here is I'm going to look at your past, your present, and your future. I will clarify, and basically the most important part of this reading is going to be the advice. So obviously I am going to be looking at whatever is present in the energy. So there is some, if you want to call it forecasting or, prediction, that will be here, of course. But what's more important than that, again, is the advice. So mostly I'm going to be focusing on what I intuitively feel we need to do based on what comes out on the table here. I don't know what's going to come out. It could be love. It could be anything. This predominantly is my channel is a channel for love and relationships. But if something about money comes out, obviously I'll mention it. If not, towards the end of the reading, I do have a few career cards that I'm going to pull just because I have the deck. Might as well use it. Because, some of you guys out there want to know what's coming up with money and finances and all that stuff, right? So we're just going to go ahead and jump in and see what happens. So we're going to pull one card for your past, your present, and your future. We'll start there, and we'll clarify everything as we'll see what comes out. So the first card that came out for your past is Calling. And so this deck that I'm using right now is a deck that I created for myself. It's an oracle deck. Let me get the future card before okay. All right, so I'm just set this here for a second. And we'll take a look at what's come out here. So for the past, the Calling, it says Calling, you can't really see it at the bottom. This is a prototype deck, so the writing is not very clear. So this card has to do with your call in life, the meaning and purpose for which you incarnated for. Right? So we all came into this life. We all incarnated here with a meaning and to have a purpose in life. Like everything in life has a purpose. There's nothing that exists that doesn't have a meaning or purpose. Unfortunately, because we grow up in the matrix, we grow up believing that we're just, another human being with a name. We're supposed to go to school, get a 9-to-5 job or whatever it is that we're supposed to do. We're supposed to be like a cookie cutter mold of everybody else, right? That's how most people are raised, to just follow along with what everybody else is doing. And unfortunately, so many people live a life without really knowing why they truly came here. They never understand who they are apart from all the conditioning, their history, their background, culture, family, experiences, blah, 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 blah. They never discover who they are, and they never really uncover their own unique gifts, talents, abilities, or their spiritual purpose in life. And so this card in reverse, and I am honoring it in reverse in your past, is essentially saying that you probably for a while now have been feeling what I call purpose depressed. And purpose depression is when we feel and sense something deep within us. There's a longing that we can't seem to satisfy. No relationship, no substance, no career, no material possession. Nothing in our life seems to be able to fulfill this desire, this longing. There's something inside of us that's dissatisfied with life. It's unfulfilled. And no matter what we do, no matter how hard we try, no matter where we go or where we end up in life, it's like that void just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, and it gets more intense and intense and intense because it's trying to get our attention. It's trying to get us to look within, to go within and do some investigating and get curious about, why am I here? Why am I here? Why did I incarnate here? Excuse me. And so I feel in the past, the recent past, many of you guys have had a sense or a longing. There's something that's been tugging on you from the inside, telling you there's more to life, and you might just be tired of living the 9-to-5 grind. It's like, man, I'm just so bored in life. Like, what am I here for? Why? Like, what's my purpose? And some of you might be like, do I need to go back to school? Do I need to change jobs? Do I need to move? Do I need to relocate? Like, there's just an unsettling feeling in you about why you're here, right? And I'm gonna clarify these all here in just a minute, and we're gonna see in more detail what's that about. But based on what I'm feeling right now, that's what this is about. It's some of you guys are not living your true authentic purpose in life. So here in the present energy, so we've moved from the past to the present. Now we have this travel energy. Now this card can have a literal meaning, or it can have a metaphysical or spiritual meaning. So for some of you, you could literally be trying, focused on relocating, traveling as part of your life or whatever you do, or looking for somewhere to go. That could be the case here with that. But for most of you, I feel like the travel energy, again, has to do with you being on your spiritual journey. Like, you're ready to get on your path, right? You're ready to go on this spiritual, to kind of go on this trip, if you will, right? You're ready to leave the train station. Like, all right, I don't know where this journey is going to take me, but I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move forward wherever I need to move in life to head towards whatever that meaning or purpose is for me. And then here in the future, we have Genesis. Now this is kind of like the full card energy. So this is all about brand new beginnings, a whole new world, a whole new life. The world is your oyster. The universe is full of opportunities and possibilities. And it's like in the very beginning of the Bible, the book of Genesis, God created the heavens and the earth. He said, let there be light. And, God, source, universe, whatever you want to believe. And again, whether you choose to believe that, everything was created the way that the Bible says or not, it doesn't matter. But there is nothing. There was nothingness. And then God spoke these things into existence, right? And so from a spiritual or metaphorical meaning, again, we as the magicians, it's our job to decide, to imagine, visualize the life that we want, and then call those things that are not as though they are, and basically create the future or the life that we desire here. And as we do our part as the magician, then things begin to, like this light here represents energy, right? And all these stars and things. So this represents the, how we utilize energy, because everything is energy, how we utilize energy to start creating our reality. Now, at the bottom of the deck, we have this male card. And so the male card, there's also a female card in my deck. There's also a divine masculine and a divine feminine. The divine masculine and the divine feminine, which is not it's not shown here, but I'm just making a distinction here. That can apply to male or female. When this male card shows up, this is literally referring to a male. And this is at the bottom of the deck. So either you're a dude, you're a male, and identify as a male, that this reading has something, it pertains to you in some way, shape, or form, or you're a female, and there is a male that's involved somehow in your life that has significance to you, some way, shape, or form. There's a person that is a male that's going to serve or is serving an important role in your life, whether it's relationship, mentorship, career, whatever, family, friend, you name it. Only you guys will know. All right, so let's go ahead and clarify, and let's see what this energy is about. And we'll start at the past and we'll move forward, and we'll just see kind of what happens here. So why is the calling card in reverse here? I do apologize for the sniffles and any coughing. I've just got over a brief cold. I felt it coming on, and I tried to attack it early so it wouldn't get worse. For the most part, I think I succeeded, but all right, so far, let me get one more. We've got the Four of Pentacles. We got the Ace of Swords. Why is the calling in reverse here, please, for my air signs? Now, you could be cross-watching too, by the way. So you don't have to be a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You could be a cross-watcher. Okay. All right, I'm going to show you guys what we have. So we have the Four of Pentacles, we have the Ace of Swords, and we have the Eight of Swords. And at the split, we have the Ten of Swords. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have the Emperor. So what this is telling me, and the message is actually very clear, which I like. So first we have, just want to show you guys again, we have the Four of Pentacles here. We got the Ace of Swords. And there's the Eight of Swords here, right? So the Four of Pentacles is talking about in the near past or in the past, you were playing it safe. And that's what most people do. Most people go through life, focus on their comfort, convenience, their security, their finances, and, you know, living life in their safety zone, in their comfort zone. In astrology, that would be called your south node, right? Like the north node in astrology is us moving towards our why we came here, basically. There's actually a really good book by Jan Spiller called Astrology for the Soul, which I highly recommend, which will tell you what your north node is and gives you a very, very deep and detailed description of your north node. So basically what you need to be moving towards in life in terms of your calling. Like, why did you incarnate here? So like, for example, my north node is in Leo. So my life is all about owning my power, not being afraid to, you know, be individuated, putting myself out there, being seen, you know, being a leader and all these types of things, Leo energy. But my comfort zone is Aquarius, if I'm not mistaken, which would be my south node, which is all about running with the crowd, running with the masses, groupthink, blending in, tribalism in a sense, you know. And so it's very hard for me to put myself out there, or has been very hard because it's unnatural for me. My comfort zone is I'd rather just blend in and not be seen, right? I was the kid that sat in the back of the class. I'm the kid who sits in the back of the thing. I'm the kid who doesn't make a whole lot of noise. I just people watch. I'm not there. Like, I don't like to be the center of attention kind of thing. Whereas Leo energy is like, you know, you're meant to be seen. You're meant to be in front of people. You have a message. You have things that you're meant to share with people in a leadership capacity. And so it's taken me a long time to basically put myself out of my comfort zone to start embracing that energy, right? And it's still a work in progress because there's certain things that I still don't feel comfortable doing. But I try to push myself. I try to challenge myself. That's what this is all about. So the Four of Pentacles is about you've been in your comfort zone. But with the Ace of Swords showing up here, you're starting to realize, because the Ace of Swords is also known as the Ace of Truth. It's truth, it's clarity. You're starting to realize what you need to do. You're having the realization, you're having the revelation, you're getting to a place now to where you're realizing with clarity what's been keeping you stuck, which is Eight of Swords, right? Why hasn't my life changed? Why isn't my life moving forward? Why am I not attracting the love of my life? Why am I not progressing in life? I'm so sorry, guys, for the coughing. Why is my life just not changing? Why am I unhappy? Why am I unfulfilled? Right? The Eight of Swords is, I just feel stuck. I feel stuck in life, and life is not moving in any type of fulfilling direction. Well, that's because you've been in your comfort zone, but you're starting to realize with the Ace of Swords what needs to change, which is good. And that's where the Emperor comes in at the bottom of the deck. In other words, the Emperor is the ultimate leader. He's all four kings. Structure, power, becoming the leader of your own life, strategy, right? He is essentially the ultimate ruler. But the ruler of what, right? Well, it depends on what the reading is about. But here, and we just came out of Aries seasons too, and this is, Emperor represents Aries. So there's a little bit of a timing here. So it's like you're just now coming out of this season where you realize that you're going to have to take control and charge of your life. You're going to have to be the leader of your life in order for anything to change. In other words, if you don't become the Emperor and you don't make decisions about what you want to do for your life, nothing else in your life is going to change. So why is the travel? So let's move forward here to the travel energy here in the present. Why is the travel energy here in the present? Okay, so we have the Two of Cups. This could be a relationship, it could be friendship, it could be a partnership. Seven of Cups. Options, decisions, choices, confusion, mixed feelings, mixed emotions. Having lots of different desires, different opportunities that you're emotionally attached to. You could feel emotionally scattered, perhaps. One more. And the Star. Now, this is Aquarius energy, so this could apply some of you that are Aquarians out there. This reading could stand out to you in a specific or profound way. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. So this energy is very clear to me as well. So you guys, this travel energy really has a lot to do, almost like, I want to say, some of you guys, I feel like you've been on a, almost like a scavenger hunt. However, it's a scavenger hunt with a twist. Almost like a prank. It's like, you have a bunch of friends that get together and you're all going to go out and do this scavenger hunt, right? And basically, what your friends didn't tell you, and so there's two or three groups of you, But your friends convince you to go look for these things that were never really there. Hence the Seven of Cups, right? The Seven of Cups would represent all the different things that you're going to go out and look for on the scavenger hunt. But your friends never actually went out and put those items anywhere. So really, you're just running around like a chicken with your head cut off, and you're never going to find the items on the scavenger hunt list because nobody ever really went out and put them there. So it was a prank. So this travel energy is like, you feel like you've been searching for a while. And even because this is present energy. So even now you feel like you've been in this place of like confusion. Like, I don't really know. Again, feedbacking off the Seven of Cups more than anything. There's this energy here of, I don't know, where to find what it is that will fulfill me. And for a lot of you guys, it's a meaningful, purposeful relationship, a partnership here, love with the Two of Cups. A lot of you guys have been searching for love and coming up empty-handed. A lot of you guys have been looking for a meaningful relationship that goes beyond mediocrity. You've been looking for somebody that you could build a quality relationship that has a purpose, has a meaning. It's something deeper and, it's something deeper and more profound than, excuse me, guys, something deeper and more profound than just a superficial, cheesy relationship. Something more than surface level, skin deep attraction. So again, it's still all tied back to this calling energy. And so you're searching. You're searching for a meaningful soulmate partnership, maybe a twin flame connection. You've been looking everywhere. You haven't been able to find it with the Seven of Cups. You found certain things. It's like, well, I found this person, but that wasn't it. That wasn't what I was looking for. I met this person. That person wasn't it. I met this thing. That person. That wasn't it. You've had all of these options and these different people and these different routes and scenarios and opportunities come into your life. But it's kind of like that U2 song. You still haven't found what you're looking for. And so, I apologize again, guys. I'm going to make a major cough attack here. Hopefully you guys won't hear this because I'm going to mute those out, the coughs out, so I'm not hacking in your ear. But anyway, the star here is indicating you're getting close to your wish, because the star it comes after a tower. It comes after a time of feeling like your life has been desolate. You've been living in the rubble. You've been, things have just felt like barren, right? Like if you drop a bomb on, well, really, you drop a large bomb, like in World War I or World War II, I think, I forget which one, when the United States dropped an atomic bomb on Japan. I mean, after the dust settled, it was a wasteland. And it's what it's kind of felt like for a while. It's felt like your life has been a wasteland for a while. Like there's not really anything substantial or beneficial. There hasn't been a strong sense of meaning or purpose. But the star is here to tell you, you're getting really close to your wish coming true here. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to pause the video and come right back. All right, guys. Sorry about that. I had to step away for a minute. The coughing in my sinuses just started going crazy, and it was distracting me and the reading. So, present moment. Let's just summarize here. You've been searching. Seven of Cups. Searching for the cup that has fulfillment. Searching for that cup, that relationship here, a meaningful relationship with somebody that you can have your purpose and perhaps you have a purpose and a calling with, or you desire to have a purpose and calling with. You haven't found the right cup, but in the near future, because the star is feedbacking off the Genesis card, which is future energy, your wish is coming true. In the near future, something that you've been hoping and longing for and searching for is going to be coming your way. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords. It's been a while. This has taken a while. It's taken a while for you to get here, but this is also you. We have two cards of healing because the star represents healing energy. And the Four of Swords represents healing energy. So you have two cards representing healing energy. But this is also showing that you have been praying, you've been meditating, you've been focusing on your own personal development. And some of you may have even been getting dreams or inclinations or synchronicities in your dreams. The star represents dreams as well as the Four of Swords as well. That this thing is coming towards you. Now, some of you, it may just be a subconscious feeling or an inclination, like you know something's coming up, but you just don't quite know what it is. It's a very subtle feeling that you're noticing, right? So let's take a look at the Genesis energy, near future. What's coming up here for my air signs in the near future? Okay, we have victory. Victory after a long battle. Good news. Success with the Six of Wands. So I feel like that, again, that's the wish coming true here so far. The star is finally delivering the wish with the Six of Wands. Six of Swords, two sixes now. Making a transition in life, moving out of a period, of a difficult period into a new period, a period of calm, a period of peace, a period of tranquility. One more. Leaving the past behind, leaving the baggage of the past behind, and the moon. Now there's two energies feedbacking off the moon. This is also Cancer Pisces energy. So just for those who like to know, Cancer energy at the bottom of the deck with the Chariot. So you could have Cancer in your chart. You could be dealing with the Cancer. You could be watching this cross watcher. That's a Cancer. So, but or it may have nothing to do with it. Either way. So essentially, we're back here, and it's interesting because how the cards came out, how they bookended. So we started the reading all the way back here in the past with you not leaving your comfort zone. You realizing back here with that Ace of Swords, the Ace of Truth, realizing that what you desire isn't in your comfort zone. Now, your comfort zone is in your comfort zone, so you'll feel comfortable. You don't have to take any risks. It'll feel safe. It feels it's the known, but it's not happy. It's unfulfilling. And so as you moved out of that past energy into the present, where you are now, at the very least, you should have some degree of realization if this reading resonates with you. You should have some degree of there's something about this reading that should resonate with you, or it's going to, I would say, within the next week, maybe two tops. Technically that's future-esque, but again, time is, it's fluid. But you've realized that your comfort zone isn't where your fulfillment is. Well, over here on the far side, you're now no longer fearing the unknown, because the moon represents the unknown, things that we can't see. We can't see what's all the way out ahead of us, right? And so you just have to be willing to walk on the path and just take one step at a time. And that's what you're doing. You have the courage now, 6 of Wands. You have the courage to move calmly into the unknown in the near future. And that's where your success is, 6 of Wands is. That's where your peace is. And this moon card is representing everything, like what when you go, so there's a saying, I think it's Joseph Campbell maybe, I could be wrong about it, but there's one of my favorite sayings or quotes, that the treasure you seek is in the cave you fear to enter. Well, the moon represents the cave. So I don't know what's in the cave, but I know there's a treasure in there. And I don't know if there's other things in there. I don't know if it's like Indiana Jones, I have to go through and dodge a bunch of booby traps and like take walk off a ledge and hope that there's an invisible bridge. Like, I don't know what's in this cave. And so, but you're now embracing the courage, the Chariot energy. You're moving forward because the Chariot is fearless. When the Chariot has control of his or her life, in other words, he's got the reins and he's got these 2 sphinxes, sometimes they're horses, which are opposite energies, which means they don't really want to go in the same direction. But when the Emperor is in control, and the Emperor, again, going back here, and remember, it was either in the past or the present, I forget. We had the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, and I said you have to be the leader of your own life. Well, this is you now getting off that throne. You have to rewind the video to that part of the video. So that was you getting off the throne, you getting into the seat of your life, to where now you can take action. And you're like, hey, you know what? When you take rulership of your life, these 2 opposing forces will work together, even though they're opposite. This guy is no longer trying to oppose this guy, and this guy's no longer trying to oppose this guy. They work together because they're seeing 2 different sides of things. This one can see in the dark. This one can illuminate things with truth and light, truth and clarity. And so you're riding forward into the darkness, into the moon energy here with confidence. You're moving forward in life. And the Chariot is about movement. It's about overcoming obstacles. It's about victory. It's about ambition. It's about you know what you want and going after it, and you're going to get it, basically. So essentially, what's moving ahead for you is a card of victory. So this is a card of victory, and the 6 of Wands is a card of victory. So there is an element of mystery here. It's almost like the universe isn't completely telling you what to expect. And I think that that's on purpose. And I think that there are times in our lives when let me back up and let me say it a different way. If we were always told exactly what was next, we were always told exactly what to expect, and everything was mapped out, written out, and told to us, we would never have to learn to trust our intuition, trust our gut. We would never have to evolve spiritually. We wouldn't have to have faith, which is basically moving into the unknown. That's what faith is. It's like, I can't see. I believe that there are things out there for my life. I believe that there's love, the perfect partnership, the perfect job, the perfect house, the perfect career. I believe that I have a meaning. There's a reason that I incarnated here. I have a purpose in this life. I don't know what it is fully. I can't see it. I don't have all of those things yet, right? You may not have the perfect partner, job, house, all whatever, but there's something inside of you that knows that you have the power to get it. And you don't know how. And that part of the not knowing how part of it, but doing it anyway, that's faith, right? Or another way to say faith is courage. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is doing whatever you're doing while fear is present. It's doing the thing scared, right? And so that's kind of what's happening here. The universe is saying, hey, you're moving in the right direction, but there's an exercise of faith here, because you need to learn how to trust yourself. You need to see that when you come out of your comfort zone and you embrace the uncertainties of life, that it's not always doom and gloom. It's not always bad. You're not going to trip. You're not going to fall. You're not going to fail. You're not going to F up. You're not going to lose. Whatever those irrational fears are, which is again tied to the other side of the moon energy, because the moon does have to do with subconscious fears as well as the Eight of Swords energy, you'll realize that fear was just an illusion, right? Fear, false evidence appearing real. That's what this is. The Eight of Swords and the moon, at least the fearful side of the energy, is just false evidence appearing real. And the more you confront fear and you expose fear for what it is, it's like, hey, I stepped out of my comfort zone and ABC, XYZ happened. All these things that I thought that I wouldn't have, or I wasn't able to do, or I wouldn't be good at, or I was going to fail, or whatever was going to happen, none of those things happened. And in fact, I ended up getting things that I've always desired or I wanted. I found my fulfillment, or there were surprises, because that's how the universe works. Sometimes we get serendipity, which are just things that we didn't see coming that might exceed our expectations, right? Because that's how the universe is sometimes. Sometimes the universe is like, hey, you know what? Let's blow their mind. They thought they wanted this, but let's level them up. Like they would have been happy with a free meal at McDonald's, but instead we leveled them up and we gave them a free cruise to the Bahamas and the Atlantis resort. And you're like, geez, I would have been happy with a free cup of coffee from Starbucks. And the universe just gave me a free all expense paid trip to the Bahamas on a cruise to the Atlantis resort and for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? Like that's a huge gap of what you would have been happy with versus what the universe actually came through with. And that's kind of what the universe wants to show you, right? That it really is, as cliche as it sounds, it really is about faith over fear. Okay. So that's really what this is about. And so the advice here, again, this is the most important part of the reading. So if you've made it this far in this reading, this is the most important part. The most important part of all this stuff that we've talked about is for you to get out of your comfort zone and have faith and do whatever it is scared. Keep moving in the direction of stretching yourself, taking risks, calculated risks. Don't have to be foolish with your life, obviously, but listen to that part of you that's unsatisfied, that's unhappy, that's unfulfilled. Listen to that part of you that's crying out to you, screaming at you, hey, we were meant for more. There is more out there, but we can't find it here. Like nobody was meant to live in their room forever, right? Like if you just stay in your bedroom forever, you weren't created for that. There's a whole world out there. There's a whole world out there for you to explore, adventures, experiences, right? And no part of life, there's no part of life that's all unicorns, fairies, and rainbows. Yes, there are challenges. Yes, there are pains. Yes, there's obstacles sometimes, right? But I think a lot of times we're so programmed to expect the worst, when the worst, that's not even the reality. Most of the time, those things aren't happening. Like, I do believe that we can live a life where it's like 80-20. Like 80% of our life is fulfillment and bliss. Maybe even 90-10. I don't know. but at least 80-20. 80% of the time, we truly and genuinely are, no bullshit, no faking it. We are fulfilled in the deepest part of our soul. And then 20% of the time, something happens. There's an obstacle, there's a challenge, or something that we don't see coming kind of, sets us back or knocks us down. That's just part of life. But the advice here is for you guys to move forward in faith, trusting your intuition, getting out of your comfort zone, because your blessing, your wish, the star, is up ahead of you in this new beginning, this new cycle. But you're going to have to embrace not knowing all the things, at least not right now. So right now, there's a surprise up ahead for you, but it's something that you've wanted for a really long time. It's something you desired. This is the ultimate wish card, the star, because it's major arcana. All right. And it's your energy because it's Aquarius energy, which is part of, you air signs. So, with that being said, we're going to leave it at that. And I'm just, because I said I would, I'm going to pull a couple of cards on money and career. I'm not going to do a big, long-winded breakdown. These cards have, they have keywords on the bottom. I'm just going to read the keywords. But, I just want to see, just for those who are kind of looking for a little bit of information about money or finances or a job, I figured, what the heck, it's not going to take too long just to pull a couple cards and read what they say. And then we'll close out the reading, which, if you guys have made it this far and you haven't already, I would greatly appreciate it if you would click the like, share, and subscribe button for me. And like I said, go check out the other videos on my channel that I mentioned at the beginning of this reading. Okay, so we got 5 cards here. So the first one says courage. Ask what you are afraid of so you can overcome what's holding you back now. There are leadership opportunities for the taking. Now, this actually coincides with beyond just career, money, and finances. This is actually talking about that emperor we saw and that chariot that we talked about in the reading. So this is just general. Having the courage to become the leader of your life and move in faith out of your comfort zone, everything that we talked about. So next card is influence. Use your influence for change. You may do public speaking, social videos, interviews. Your voice and opinions are important. So yes, some of you guys out there need to get out there because you have stuff to share. You have content to create. You're meant to be, you're meant to share whatever's inside of you. And that's tied to that calling energy up here. Some of you have a calling in media, speaking, influencing, whatever. And some of you guys may have had ideas. Some of you guys might want to start a YouTube channel. Who knows? And the time is now. The time is to start working towards those goals. Next card is opportunity. Doors are opening up for you. You have the chance to change jobs, start a business, or invest in a new venture. Just do it. Right? So that also coincides with everything that's on the table. The next one we have is short term. And this isn't going to be for all of you. Okay. This position is temporary, so don't be too attached to it. No worries. You will find something that's even more fulfilling and prosperous. So say, yeah, for some of you, you're either in a current job or, maybe you have a second job or a hobby or there's something you're involved in and it's just short term. It's just like a filler or a side hustle or something. It's not your forever job. And then lastly, education. You may need to take a class or do research to find a better position, or you may find yourself writing a book or teaching others. Right? And so this one goes right back to that influence card that we pulled out there. Okay. So again, that may not resonate with all of you, but hopefully there was something there for you guys. So anyways, again, I apologize for all the stifling and everything. So anyways, this is your guys' reading. I hope this reading resonated with you guys. If you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe, and share and all of that. Be sure to go check out the other videos. And I appreciate you guys as always. Stay tuned for more. And I will be going live at some point. I was going to go live this week, but then I got sick. So when my voice clears up and I'm not hacking, because that's really annoying. So maybe this coming week, I'll be jumping on and go live. You can come join me for free live tarot reading. So with that being said, I hope that you guys all have a blessed day. And as always, my friends, love and light.